Today we're going over actor types and why it is so important to know yours. The reason I'm making this video is because I had an actor friend of mine on Facebook go on a little bit of a rant. He said, "I hate when other actors ask me what their type is. You're an actor, man. Your type is whatever you want it to be." So I decided to make this video so that you know you should absolutely be asking that question and how knowing your type will help you book more work. So let's get into what a type is and then why as an actor it's vital to know yours. An actor type is the role that just by looking at you, the human brain sorts you into, aka your stereotype. What do people see you as when you walk in the room? Are you quirky? Sweet? Threatening? First and foremost, it's really important to not get offended by this question. How dare you stereotype me? I'm so complex. You don't know me. There's so many layers to me. I'm like Shrek. Like it or not, stereotypes are just human nature. In fact, we can use me as an example. Something you may or may not already know about me by watching my previous videos is that I'm a United States Marine Corps veteran. I have extensive weapons training and I swear like a sailor. However, most people are shocked to find that out because you wouldn't think that by looking at me. If you go into the comments section of one of my most popular videos called Actors Don't Move to Los Angeles, you'll see a bunch of people in there calling me a spoiled princess or a trust fund baby, and that's okay because that's what they see me as. That's their first impression. Whether it's correct or not, knowing how other people see you is a huge advantage. Even though I'm a foul-mouthed veteran, casting directors won't see me as one. Remember, you're not submitting your audition when you're submitting for roles, you're submitting your headshot. And from that headshot, the casting director has to decide if you're right for the role or you're not. From that headshot, they're going to decide if they can see you in the role, if you fit it, and if you do, they'll call you in for an audition. Okay, Patricia, so then why don't you just take a really tough and mean-looking headshot so that you can be called in for those veteran auditions? That's a really good question. A good example of why we wouldn't want to do that is Jenna Fisher, who you may know as Pam Beesly in The Office. About 3 years ago, she came out with this book called The Actor's Life, A Survival Guide. If you haven't gotten it, I really recommend you read it. In her book, she talks about how she found the headshots that were right for her. At one point, she took a headshot with big, voluptuous curly hair and ruby red lips, and she looked like a bombshell. Now, if you've watched The Office and you've seen Jenna Fisher in some other roles, you'll probably go, yeah, she's pretty cute. I don't know if I necessarily see her as a bombshell, but she's really pretty. I can't really see her in a role playing that vixen that gets the faithful husband to cheat. In fact, I kind of see her as the faithful wife being devastated once she learns about her cheating husband. So that bombshell headshot, even though it was her all glammed up, didn't fit her type. And so she would get called into these rooms for all of these vixen bombshell roles, and then they'd never cast her because it doesn't fit her. So the headshot got her in the room, but it never got her cast, which was so frustrating for her. So that's why I don't want to take a tough looking picture and then come in and go, "Hi, I'm here for Grease Monkey 1. It would be a waste of my time and it'd be a waste of the casting director's time. The last thing I can say about it is don't look at your type as a limitation. Look at it as a secret that you're in on that could open some doors for you. Knowing your type is really going to help you starting out as an actor and laying that groundwork. And then once you're starting to make some waves, you can branch out into other roles. Still using our Jenna Fisher example, she did play a bombshell in Walk Hard, but she didn't start there. She learned her type and played into it. Knowing your type will help you save a ton of time and energy not being called in for auditions that you aren't right for. So now that you know what a type is, let's discuss how to find your type. The best way is to ask strangers. You want to make sure to ask strangers and not your friends and family because they've already experienced your personality and they already know who you are as a person, which will skew their answers. For example, my mom says I play a really good Elphaba, but I'm more of a Galinda. It's Ga-Linda. Ga. Moving on. If you're starting a new acting class, you can always ask your new classmates what they think your type is. Another way you can do this is by taking a couple neutral photos of yourself up against a blank wall and uploading them to actors and actresses pages on Facebook. And then you can ask strangers to assess your type there. Hopefully this video was helpful to you and teaches you how to find your type and why it's important. Give this video a big ol' thumbs up and share it with your friends. Also, leave me a comment below if you already know your type and what it is, or if you're still trying to figure it out. Subscribe to my channel right here. Thanks so much, you guys, and I will see you next time.